Hell yeah, that's a wonderful Thanksgiving this morning. Yeah, everybody has something to be thankful for. Yesterday, I was talking to a young man, and he wasn't that happy. He was a young father, and he's going to be separated from his child this Thanksgiving. His baby's only like 1 year old or like 2 years old, and so it's the first Thanksgiving that his baby's been alive. He's not going to see his kid. He's pretty disappointed. He's pretty hard on himself. And I'm trying to talk to him, and I'm trying to console him because I'm a dad also. I got 4 children, 2 baby mamas and all that, ex-wife or whatever. And so I'm trying to explain to him, hey, it happens sometimes. Sometimes the holidays come and mama has the kids for the holidays. You wish that you could have wonderful co-parenting experiences. But, so it's just not what it is. And so as I'm trying to console this young man, he gets really down on himself. And he's like, man, I just really want to be a better dad than the dad that I didn't have. I said, say that again. He said, I don't have a dad. I said, you don't have a dad? I was kind of puzzled. It took me aback quite a bit. You don't have a dad. So where'd you come from? And how did you get here? Well, I wanted to listen to the young man's story. I ain't trying to put no pressure on him. I want to listen. So he continues on, he's kind of sobbing. The young man is weeping because he doesn't believe he has a dad. And I live in a world where, I guess babies just get dropped off by a stork. The stork drops the baby down and boop, there you go. There you go. That's where babies come from. I live in a time where it's just like everyone's Virgin Mary, huh? God comes upon all the women, and all the women have immaculate conceptions, and they got perfect babies. A world full of little Jesuses. Heck yeah. And so as I'm listening to this man talk about not having a dad, I say, you have a dad, man. You have a dad. And if you ever have the opportunity to talk to your dad, he might make a million excuses. But the one thing that he did do right is he had you, however you came about. Whether it was a drunken night, whether he was really in love, however, whatever, you're here. I got every child, every person, if you got a problem with your daddy, for real, go ask your mama, go ask your mother, why is this my dad? Mom, why did you choose an alcoholic to be my father? Mom, why did you make the invisible man my dad? If you really want to get serious, go look your mom dead in her eyes and say, Mama, why isn't my daddy a professional athlete? Why isn't my daddy a lawyer? Ask your mother those questions and let her wrestle with it a little bit, because I think, what we all overlook is that your mother chose your father. She did. Your mother chose your dad. You ain't gotta laugh, it's still the truth. Your mom saw your fat daddy, your lazy daddy, your broke daddy, your ugly ass daddy, and said, I want to have kids with him just so that I can make you. I'm trying to tell jokes. I was trying to have some levity in that conversation with the young man because he was very serious. He was really under the impression that he doesn't have a father, and as much as I want to make light of the situation, his experience, I can't tell this young man that his lived experience isn't real. I can't say why his daddy didn't pick up the phone and try to call that person. I can't tell you that. I'm a father. I'm a man. And I know what it's like to watch a woman have a baby and then watch that woman leave with that baby. I understand. You say it's we have differences. We have different ideas, different opinions, whatever. I don't want to bash or anything. I just want to keep it as simple as possible. When two people can't work together, then there's division. And when there's division, there's probably hard feelings. And when there's hard feelings, then what is anybody supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to tell that young man? Oh man, it's gonna be all right. In his heart, it's not gonna be all right. In all honesty, in all actuality, he misses his kid. He misses his dad. And for that young man, I'm sorry, bro. I greatly apologize that you can't see your child. Man, it breaks my heart that you don't have a relationship with your father. But even though you don't have a relationship with your father, you have a father. He's alive. Maybe he's alive. He's somewhere. And because he exists, you exist. And that's reason enough to be thankful. That's reason enough to be grateful. That's reason enough for me. I have a dad. I'm thankful for my father. It took a long time because as a child, this is the craziest thing. A lot of men, a lot of children, they think they know better than their father. And I don't know how children think they know better than their father. You're like, you made me, and so you should do what I want you to do. I said, wait, hold on. Why do you think your father should behave the way that you want your father to behave? I've experienced that on the opposite side. You know, as the man who creates the child, the woman likes me enough to allow me to insert my hoo-hoo dilly inside her walls. And she loves me enough to carry the child to term. And then when my baby's here, she tells me what kind of dad I'm supposed to be, what kind of man and husband I'm supposed to be. And I'm like, hey, what you think because you have my kid, now you have authority over my brain, over my heart, over my physical actions? That's wild. That's wild for a group of people who scream, bodily autonomy, bodily autonomy. You sure don't want men to execute their bodily autonomy, because if you did, there wouldn't even be a term in our language called the deadbeat dad. The deadbeat dad. On, you know, everyone, sometimes you get to arguments, sometimes you fight and all that, right? Hell yeah. When my ex-wife, when she wants to fight with me, she calls me a deadbeat dad. I said, respectfully, lady, you can't leave me and then think that I'm supposed to take care of your new situation. Why would I do that? You can't take my children and be like, my children are over here with another person and you're financially responsible for me and my new situation. Look at that, you're crazy. They're your kids. Absolutely. Bring them to me. They're my children. Absolutely. Bring them to me. If that's not the conversation, if it's just one where you're trying to extort money out of me because you know that I miss my babies, then that creates a situation where a young man doesn't know his father or proclaims that he doesn't have a dad. That's the craziest shit. We have demonized daddies so much. Even men demonize daddies. They be like, why are you having babies when you ain't got no money? Man, them sugar walls were sweet. She was nice to me. And so we made love because, you know what I'm saying, she was nice to me. We had a baby. Ta-da! It's a magic. It's magic. And then a moment of magic, a moment of bliss, a moment of pleasure. Then all of a sudden, you got the other party. There's resentment. So how the hell do you resent me because you had my child? Because I won't do the things that you want me to do. Okay. We're so disconnected. We're so fractured. So how in the world can you be thankful when you're mad at the life that you created? I'm trying to understand this, please. Like, I'm trying to do a thought experiment because I was so baffled and befuddled when that young man said, I don't have a father. And I have a father. I know my father. And, you know, sometimes with my father, there's friction, there's tension, there's conflict. Once upon a time, my father, he placed a very sharp knife into my abdomen. It happened. Sometimes it happens. What did I do? I probably instigated the entire kerfuffle, and then I left and I bled a lot until I stopped bleeding. And then my relationship with my father didn't heal until I emotionally and mentally stopped bleeding, thinking that my father is supposed to be the man that I think he's supposed to be. It's a wild thought that my father is supposed to be the man that I think he's supposed to be. Your dad is just your dad. Whatever your dad is, however he is, whether he smokes the rock, whether he's a alkie, whether he's a degenerate, whatever he is, that's your dad. And whatever you think about him, go and hug your mother and say, Mama, thank you so much for giving me a dad. But we have devalued life in such a way where we're not even thankful for being here. I mean, I hate the blame game. And it seems pretty prevalent in our society. We just blame. It's everyone else's fault. It's society's fault. Society is the reason why I don't have a dad. No. Society is just comprised of individuals doing the best they can. Sometimes, you know, even failures do the best that they can. Even if your daddy is a failure, your daddy did the best that he could. Hell, he won one time. He made you. That's a win. So on this Thanksgiving Day, Like, I'm trying to get ready. I'm getting prepared. I'm, making room for the food that's about to enter into my belly. I'm about to go see my folks, and I'm about to go tell my dad. I'm about to tell him I love him. And hopefully I speak to my children. Maybe, God willing, I see my children. And I hope I have the ability to tell them that I love them too. Because no matter what goes on between me and their mother, however, whatever, they're here. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to get to know them. I'm thankful for the opportunity to get to know their mothers. Like, an attitude of gratitude can really take you extremely far. And I started the story with the young man who said he didn't have a dad. I pray with all my heart that he figures out that he's thankful for his father too. And if you're separated from your children as a dad on this Thanksgiving, all you can do is just like smile and fucking look at some baby pictures and be like, I'm so glad that me and that woman had enough unity for long enough for the child to exist. And now whatever happens after that, whatever I'm negotiating, whatever the hurt, whatever the pain, whatever the suffering, it's all worth it. Because life is worth it, because you're worth it. And so I really want to encourage you, if on this Thanksgiving, love your mama. I love my mother. It's her birthday. It's my mother's birthday. And I'm telling y'all to be thankful for your fathers. Hell yeah, absolutely. Because it's important. So go hug your dad. Go hug your children. I don't care about no turkey. I don't care about no federal holiday. I care about you. So be thankful for everything that you have and the people that created you. Amen.